The Chicago Bears now have won 4 games in a row. We are now 4-2 on the season, back in familiar territory. Some things that we liked about the game, some things that we need to improve in this game, but ultimately we know that they got and came out with a victory. We'll come with that post game, talk about it, break it all down, but you already know you gotta hear the music first.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bears Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bears news and content.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome back into another episode of Chicago Bears Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bears. Man, we get ourselves another victory at home, this time versus New Orleans Saints, 26-14. The Chicago Bears offense passing game struggled in today's game, but the running game did pretty damn well for the Chicago Bears. A total of 222 yards on the ground, 5.6 average. But C-Dub, you called this game. What's your initial thoughts after the victory?
Oh man, it feels good to be 4-2, winning 4 straight games. Let's talk about the game. It really a study needs to be made about the Chicago Bears and the turnaround in the rushing game. It needs to be made because we were awful, near the bottom of the league in rushing yards per attempt, yards per game, and all those stats that's involved with rushing game. We have completely turned it around after the bye week. It is amazing. Ben Johnson needs to be given his kudos for that. The Chicago Bears defense was flying all around this field all game. Maybe if the offense played a little better, if the passing game was a little more stout, maybe you don't give up 14 points. You know what I'm saying? They really need to be given a lot of kudos for their game today, especially the defensive backfield. They continue to make plays. But also you have Montez Sweat, Tremaine Edmunds, and Jaquan Brisker, just to name out a few who really made an instant impact in this game. Now let's get to the obvious and the negative of the game. This is probably Caleb's worst game of the season to me. I think he turned it around in the Detroit game, especially in the fourth quarter. Like, I think he threw 2 touchdown passes. So, it was still a bad game, but I don't think it's worse as this. Third down, they were 3-12 from third down. Luckily they got a blowout, and you 3-12 from third down. We still getting these bonehead penalties from the offensive line. These false start, just halting drives. It should have been 35-0 at the end of the first half. But hey, you got to power through those. You got to keep playing. So I just want to give the Bears a good job of winning this game, even though you wasn't going on all phases of the game. Sometimes you got to win when one phase of the game just seems does not work for you someday. So on to the next one. Let's make it 5. We got a big one coming up with Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens.
All right.
Chicago Bears, so they got outscored in the second half and still won the game. That's just crazy to see. 7-6 in the second half, but at the end of the day, a W is a W. 4-game winning streak is important for a team like this, a young team that's starting to feel like they are ahead of schedule. I did not expect Ben Johnson to just come in and wave a magic wand and turn this organization around in one season. And a lot of people probably felt that way coming in. They felt like the Bears would probably win 10 or 11 games, but that might not be the case. At the end of the day, though, 4 wins in a row is important for a player like Caleb Williams, who did not have his best stuff today, fellas. Like, I did not like what I saw from him today, a fumble and an interception, and they credit him with another fumble with the Drew Dahlman situation, but I don't agree with that one. The rushing attack, CW, you're absolutely right. They could teach a class on the rushing attack today. 222 yards is crazy after putting up 150-plus yards last week versus the Washington Commanders. You got to look at DeAndre Swift and figure out They figured out how to unlock him. Last season he was solid. This season he started off kind of slowly, and now he's in his bag. And Kyle Monangai, 13 touches for 81 yards and a touchdown. His best game as a rookie, as an NFL player so far. His longest run for the day was 24 yards. Good for him. That passing game got some work to do next week versus the Baltimore Ravens. The Baltimore Ravens defense, though, they're not like the way that they've been. So you got your opportunities to bounce back. I'm pretty sure that Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams are going to be back to the drawing board to figure it out. But overall, good game, good win. Even though we didn't score much outside of the second quarter, we did everything we needed to do to get the W. I'll take it.
Steve-O.
Yeah, echo everything y'all did. Shout out to the run game. Y'all have completely turned the whole thing around. That's including the running backs and the O line, because at times when we were starting to run the ball, especially in the interior, we just wasn't getting no push from Jonah, especially from Jonah, and then the rest of the gang. So they've definitely been stepping up, creating holes, and also we got a shout out to Eric Bieniemy, because you could really tell in the offseason he was getting into bad. Like, you got to take these chunk yards, and you got to realize you got to have some vision. And we've seen that his vision has probably been his best he's been as a career. We're seeing him cut holes, see holes that he'll normally see, because we know he's a bounce out merchant. But he's cutting up, taking 2-yard gains, 3-yard gains, and then we seen at the end of the game, when he kept the same mindset, those turn into 10-yard gains plus. And you get another 100-yard gain from him as well. Come now, guy, you starting to show more trust in him as well. Caleb got to show some trust in him as well, and because there was times out there where if the blitz came and he saved Caleb, but because he didn't believe in Kyle Monangai, he fucked up on his pass. So you got to have more faith in your run game, and because that's what's going to help you. The run game and your defense is usually what's supposed to help quarterbacks settle themselves and not put themselves in drastic situations. But that's another situation. But yeah, shout out to them. Shout out to the Dennis Allen and the defense. Like we always said, we knew what the linebackers is going to do. We knew what the secondary is going to do. It's all about what this defense is going to do. I think the defensive line was the people that set the tone to start off. Montez Sweat getting the strip sack, as well as some sacks in the interior. Getting creative on the side, using Kyler Gordon and some getting a sack, use Brisker and multiple times in a blitz. Just shout out to Allen with that. That's what we brought him in for. We wasn't seeing that in the beginning of the series, wondering when it was coming at. He brought it out at the right time.
For sure. I agree with all you fellas. I think that this game, my initial thoughts as far as like Caleb Williams, bro, he know he has to be better. And that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Success is not linear. It's going to look different for every single quarterback that's in year 2 around this league. And so I'm not going to overreact, but I'm definitely going to call him out on his shit, because you missed throws, your interception, you stared your wide receiver down. And you almost, when you hit the damn cornerback in the face, it looked like he didn't even look to see where DJ was at. It was kind of like he off looking, and then he turned his head and expected it to be open. But hey, sometimes those can get you in trouble, especially if you're playing against better safeties that's going to be able to jump that route and then take it, you know what I'm saying, 6 for 6 the other way. So I will say, hey, he got to get better. But I also believe that this is a part of the process. I came into this game saying that the Chicago Bears, their mindset is, yeah, we can win tough on the road, but can you handle business at home versus a team that you're clearly better than? So they actually did that. And, just a quick look ahead next week versus the Baltimore Ravens. Yeah, they don't have a good record right now. But at the end of the day, you still got to come in and take care of business, because you haven't earned shit in this league yet if you're the Chicago Bears. But for the offense, man, I got questions about my offensive line. Theo Benedict, at least early on, before I get to watch the entire game over with his performance, it looked like he struggled a little bit. And then we also know that the accuracy and not throwing the ball for Caleb Williams was a thing too. But how do y'all think Ben Johnson is going to approach that moving forward?
I think that's a work in progress. I think that it'll improve as the season goes along. Look, Caleb's has had his moments. He has some very positive moments this season. He has some very negative moments this season. Right now, this is a new offensive coordinator, his 3rd in 2 years as a pro. um, his third head coach rather in 2 years as a pro, his fourth offensive coordinator in 2 years as a pro. So what we're seeing is work in progress. He's not going to be a plus player every single season. I expect this to improve and be. You will see as much adjustments as we've seen on the bye week as the rushing game got. So expect that,
Drew Dahlman, I don't know what happened to bro today. Like the
bro.
multiple bad snaps. I
Oh,
think it was 3 bad snaps.
yep.
One of them counted as a fumble against Caleb Williams. 2 of them were drive killing in the red zone. Although I think that last one kind of saved the Bears from not getting points because it didn't look like whatever play they had called was going to work when they were going for it on 4th down, and it forced for them to take the points and go up by 2 scores. But at the end of the day, the offensive line in the passing game today it just left a lot to be desired, and I just wasn't impressed at all from Wright to Dahlman to Benedict. It was just bad across the board, and they got to get it together. They have to get it together.
Well, they have good run block.
Yeah,
That's good run block.
That's why I specifically said passing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, same thing. So I echo with y'all. Like it's gonna take time. I'm not expecting for us to just go bon voyage on everybody, but it's literally it's a common denominator. Y'all are making yourself play more difficult football than it needs to be. Y'all messing up your own rhythm. And that's the main thing I think what is hindering this whole offense. The problem is we can't move the ball. The problem is that we can't throw. The problem is we can't develop a rhythm because a penalty always fucks it up. Whether it's our fault or not, it's still a penalty.
Yep.
And 9 times often than not, it is our fault because it's too many to count.
Yep.
It's 9 last week. Who knows how many it was this week?
10 for 92 this week.
So y'all damn near double digits for 2 weeks.
They hurt.
That's my point. So like at the end of the day, like that's my feel like is the most common denominator with this whole offense. These penalties is making it's stagnating everybody. Whether if we get a good throw, penalty, we get a good run, penalty, illegal shift, illegal alignment, late this, late that. If you clean some shit up on this, I'm pretty sure Caleb will be more comfortable. Caleb, if you and Dalman need to have a better connection because y'all, this is not the first game where y'all have had snapping issues.
Yeah, bro.
So this is like I said earlier in this game. This is the type of game I'm not satisfied with. Yes, I'm happy to get the game. I'm happy to get the win, but this is the type of win where I'm like, hey, we stand on this field. We need some shit to go over because it's too much. It's becoming an issue. It's finna be week 8 next week. It's the little details is what we're not getting right. And that's the shit that we're constantly keep saying in practice. What the fuck are we not doing in practice that we're not getting it? And that's what we need to attack.
Yeah, that's the fundamental. You're talking about the fundamentals. How can we get started and actually initiate a play if we can't even do the basic fundamentals of a play, like hiking the fucking football, like Drew Dalman's?
And I think first shout out to Brandon L. Jet saying I love this channel, subscriber number 4. We already know you've been rocking with us for a very long time, bro. Appreciate it. But I think that when it comes to Caleb Williams, bro, his worst games come after certain events, if y'all feel what I'm saying. Like
talk to me.
Last year, the Hail Mary. So you didn't see a really clean game in the matchup versus the Commanders. Then you have the Troy Aikman stuff, and you didn't get best performances. I think you need to you can't completely ignore shit on social media. A lot of people say that they do, but most of the time they lying. But I do think that he need to learn how to lock in better because he trying too hard. You know what I'm saying? Just like last week, you took that crazy ass hit for absolutely no reason when the play was clearly dead. And then this week, you going up against an old foe and Spencer Rattler. People talking smack saying that you took his job, and then you had the little smoke with Troy Aikman. So those are events, at least, you know what I'm saying? Probably not the whole entire thing, but it's something that I think about like, hey, bro, you need to learn how to lock in and so you can go out there and be your best version. And sometimes you ain't going to be able to hit that 30-yard pass down the field, but you can take this 10
Yeah, I mean, and that's what he did in the fourth quarter today. He started checking down and hitting Kyle Monangai, hitting DeAndre Swift, as opposed to trying to, because it's a lot of some. He took only one sack today, but he could have got sacked more, just by trying to extend the plays. There were a couple of times where he was able to get out of it. One of them was a pass to DeAndre Swift that turned into a first down. But at the end of the day, Caleb Ben Johnson wants him to do quick hitters. Ben Johnson is all about rhythm. So you got your slants, you got the middle of the field where he missed DJ Moore a couple of times. He missed his tight end a couple of times by trying to do the most. And a lot of times he's just back there with happy feet for no reason. You got a clean pocket. There was one play where Steven told him to trust Kyle Monangai. Kyle Monangai picked up a big block in the pocket, and Caleb just ended up throwing a bad ball out of it. So it's his second year. Some people treat Caleb like he's been playing for 10, 15 years, and that's just not the case. It's a learning experience.
He got 20 starts.
Right. So
is it like
he got like
I'm sorry, go ahead, Kev.
I think it's like 24 now at this point. It was 23 or 24
not even 30 starts.
So
is it just that Caleb is really just, I know, nephew, you probably feel this because you in the military. Nephew is like, Caleb is like a howitzer. Like he always looking downfield. He looking for the long range, the big time play. And we really need a Glock or something for, you know what I'm saying? Like for the short range.
From a howitzer to a Glock.
You know what I'm saying?
I think it's simple. It's just
it's short range missiles too.
He regressed back into the Caleb we don't want.
Mm-hmm.
What the overplay, like he trying to overachieve.
You don't need to be Superman.
He didn't have to be Superman all the time.
2 weeks, for the most part, he's been playing within the system. This was the first time today, and I guess he felt like, and I get it, and we kind of felt like at the same time, it's the Saints. They don't have a good secondary. I can make shit work. It was early on in the game. You ain't got it. Play within the system.
And before we get to the defense, real quick, if Caleb's heroes are like Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers, he needs to go look at how many of their all-time yards are yards after the catch.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Yeah, most of them is check downs.
But I was gonna say that he just need to just trust his teammates. That's all you got to do, because like before we go on into the sponsors from DraftKings, real quick, the man, like, bro, Pat Mahomes was hunting early on too, but then he understood I got to take what the defense give me and then be Superman just a couple times. So we'll see though. But before we move on to the defense, here's a quick message from our sponsors from DraftKings.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Hayes. And if you know nothing else about me, you do know that I love sports, each and every sports. And because of that, I've teamed with DraftKings Sportsbook for an exclusive offer for you guys. New customers can bet $5 and get $200 instantly in bonus bets. It's $200 instantly in bonus bets. All you got to do is use my code Bear Central. It's the name of the channel that you're seeing this on, so you already know what the code is. It's Bear Central. The next great touchdown is coming, and you can bet on it with DraftKings. Stay in on the action and use your bonus bets on DraftKings. Same game parlays for a shot at even bigger payouts. If you love the thrill of live betting, DraftKings has got you covered. You can bet on live in-progress games as they happen. If sports betting is not yet available in your state, don't worry. You can still get in on the action and all the fun with DraftKings Daily Fantasy Sports and have a shot to win cash prizes. Again, use my code BEARCENTRAL and tell them Hayes sent you. Peace.
We still got a lot of NFL games going on. Hey, go ahead and do that thing, goddamn. But hey, Drip joining us now. Hey, man, we was talking about the offense, talking about how Caleb Williams, you know what I'm saying, can improve moving forward. I felt like Caleb Williams was kind of like in that zone to where like certain events happen and then he got to come out and just try to prove it, and then he ultimately end up trying too hard. Mm-hmm. But then we also spoke on the offensive line as well in the run game. How you feeling about, well, what was your initial thoughts, and then add into the offense specifically?
I mean, overall thoughts like on the game or the offense. Like I think the offense did enough today. And, you know, Caleb had a very rough game for him. I do think he was trying to do too much at times. I don't know if he if he let himself get too far into the dual aspect of facing off against Spencer Rattler, like when you should just went out there and played your game. But luckily, the run game was consistent today. Like we find common non-guy and DeAndre Swift being over 6 yards per carry was important. Each got a touchdown in this one. And, Ben Johnson talked a lot about discovering this run game. And he didn't put it all. He said it was some on the running backs, but it was their job to scheme them out and find a way. And this felt like a game where you can tell Ben Johnson spent some time specifically thinking about what run packages he wants to have Kyle Monangai in and DeAndre Swift in, and they executed that really well. Now, the Saints aren't the greatest rushing defense in the world, and we got to be clear in there, but you need to find – these are the type of teams you need to find your rhythm against. And, it is what it is. If I'm not mistaken, every team in the NFC North has 4 wins now, right? Except Detroit.
I think Green Bay has 3.
Green Bay has 3, yeah.
Yeah, they was on a bye week with us, and they about to get ready and play, so.
Oh, my God. Hey, we in first place.
Fellas, that
Here
defense,
you go, C-Doe. You would take it like that, bro. That's crazy.
The defense showed up today, man. 4 turnovers on the day. You got Montez Sweat with a sack. You got Kyler Gordon with a sack. Tremaine Edmunds with a sack. In total for 4 sacks on the day. 7 tackles for loss. And the Chicago Bears defense came out to play and pretty much, helped us pull out this victory, as well as some of the other guys on the opposite side of the ball. But C-Dub, what was your thoughts on the defensive performance today, bro?
Okay, I won't go all the way on a whim, being the homer, but this defensive backfield is one of the top defensive backfields in the NFL, and that's without JJ.
And we hurt.
We hurt without JJ. They are.
That's true.
Montez Sweat. Oh, he is finally awakened.
Welcome.
This is 2 straight games of impact football for Montez Sweat. All game long. We need this every single game, Montez Sweat. We expect this from you. Tremaine Edmunds, bro. Let's start giving Tremaine Edmunds his credit. In run stuffing, in pass defense, he is playing a great all-around game for the Chicago Bears. And Nashawn Wright, bro, I want to give him a little love, bro. He get picked on a lot because Tyreek Stevenson is playing so well this season. And I think he's starting to turn the corner too, because pressure busts pipes. And he's seeing a lot of passes come his way, and it's making him better. The defensive line and Dominique Robinson. Oh my God, Dominique Robinson got like 3.5 sacks.
I think he's tied for most sacks on the team.
Bro, it's crazy.
It's him and Javon Dexter, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow,
that is crazy. This defense is surprising me the most on this team. Jaquan Brisker continues to make plays like he did last week as well. If the sky's limit for the defense, let's start stacking up performances. This is another one that's going to be a tougher performance if Lamar Jackson plays next week.
Kevin Byard is having a career year.
Absolutely.
Let's give Dennis Allen some love and get y'all shots ready. By the time I'm done with my take, you got to take a shot for the defense. They won the Bears the game today. They wanted the game for the Bears today. The Bears were out. I said it earlier. They were outscored 7-6 in the second half. That's crazy to think that we dominated a game where we only scored 6 points in the second half. The defense was all over the place. They were flying to the spot. Sometimes when New Orleans caught the ball, it was already a bear right there waiting for them to take them right out. The sacks were all timely. The takeaways were important because New Orleans, every time it looked like they had some momentum, the Bears took the ball away from them, whether it was a forced fumble or one of the 3 picks. And this is 4 straight games with three takeaways or more. I believe the Bears are leading the league in takeaways now, and they're tied for interceptions, or right there for interceptions. You just gotta love it because it's not something that I expected coming into the season. I'm just gonna be 100 with you. I did not expect them to be a takeaway. And first, let's get to it. The running defense today, they held these guys to under 50 yards rushing.
Absolutely.
For the game.
Under 3 yards per carry as a team.
And this is back-to-back games. They faced the number 1 rushing offense in the league and shut them down last week. And then they shut down New Orleans with a Hall of Fame running back in the backfield. You got to love it. So I could go on and on about the defense today. They really won us this game. But shout out to everybody that contributed and to Dennis Allen for having them ready. And here's my shot. Appreciate you guys.
You're just gonna start shooting by yourself. Like you got that's crazy, bro. That nigga just wanted that drink. That's all.
I told y'all to get y'all shots ready.
Steve,
Now,
yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead, whoever.
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna just keep it short and simple because, like I've been saying, everything. This defense ain't shocking me. I mean, besides the D line is finally waking up and acting like what we paying them for. But at the end of the day, like I said, the secondary, next man up, and that's what happens. I think that's credit to the cornerback coach and the wide receiver coaches.
Absolutely.
And all the type of coaches we brought in, because that's another thing. We always talk about Ben. We always talk about Dennis Allen. These other coaches on this coaching staff is the reason why this defense is humming as well.
Agreed.
That's a fact.
Like to have Nashawn come out here, because Nashawn have done some boneheaded things and still come right back and made a play. That's credit. That's credit to somebody in this here. Calm down. I know you made a play. You out there eager. We right back in and go do it again. And that's the type of defense that I want. And like I said, D-line is showing each and more day. They mama ain't raised no bitch. Because y'all, we know y'all can play good. That's why we hard on you. We know Montez Sweat could go out there and ball out like the way he did today. We just want y'all to be consistent. And when you go up against these better teams and these better O-lines, we want the same results.
I'm trying to figure out how 12,000 yards ain't Hall of Fame numbers.
Going to the Hall of Fame, bro.
Oh yeah, Kamara's definitely going to the Hall of Fame.
There's no doubt about that. He's going to the Hall of Fame. When you look at this defense, I just want to go over some numbers, right? You guys know I'm the numbers guy. The Bears held the Saints today to 3-10 in third down scenarios, 0-2 in fourth downs. We had 3 interceptions. We recovered a fumble. We had 4 sacks on today that we had, and several QB hits and tackles for a loss. This Bears defense got identity. That's what this is. And while there are some drives that they give up some yards over the last, handful of games that sucks, I'll tell you, every time this defense needs to make a stop, they make the stop. Dude. Every time they find a way, every time they need to get a momentum changing takeaway, they find a way to do it. Like it's becoming so consistent that it almost is just like we're coming into games now saying, hey, I wonder how many takeaways we get today. That's huge. They got these guys ready to play football, man. This defense, and it's people contributing like a Dominique Robinson, like a Noah Sewell, who've been net negatives of nothing given the Chicago Bears over the last few years. But they're like Dominique is turning to an important depth piece for the Bears. This is exactly what we saw for him his rookie year. Those first games before he started trading people away his rookie year, Dominique Robinson was making a impact as a depth piece. He's back to doing that now under this coaching staff, right? And we still haven't seen the best version of this team. We still got to get Austin Booker back. Grady Jarrett was out this game, right? Noah Sewell was out this game. I'm not expecting Jalen Johnson to return this season. So we got things that are going in the right direction for this team. And I tell you what, this defense has earned our trust for now. They've earned that trust.
Bro, even Tyreek came out the game with an injury, and Blackwell stepped in and still was balling.
Yeah, true.
So
that speaks. Yeah, that speaks to the coaching, man. And I think that, like Steve-O, to your point, and Darius, he called in, had a hell of a voicemail that Hayes did his mailbag on him, saying praise Al Harris for having these cornerbacks ready. And he has had these defensive backs ready to go, and Kevin Byard has been doing what he's been doing. He's been great for us. I think the biggest stake is that now we know that the Chicago Bears defense can travel, and that's going to be huge for us as we, start to continue to go through this schedule. And for the Chicago Bears, they just got to continue to take care of business. It's not me personally. I don't need them to be peaking right now, but I do need to see week by week, even if you have a step back offensively like today, I need y'all to go ahead and clean this thing up. Simply because I think that those games that's really going to determine the outcome of this season, they are coming in November. And I think those are going to be your tougher matchups for sure.
And shout out to Al Harris for real, because this is one of the few times that the Bears hiring an op worked out.
Ass.
He one of ours now, bro. He's one of ours now. That's all.
He earned it because the last ops.
Yeah, for real.
So that's time we hire. You got to go to the op that we least like.
I mean, technically, our head coach is an op.
Facts.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
You gotta go to the
Yes.
Now, when you know what I'm talking about though, the op of all ops.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. But hey, man, it's been good, man. I think that defense they're gonna be good to go, bro. I think that you want to see what else they can bring to the table, man. We definitely want to see that because the linebacking core, Tremaine Edmunds, he playing like a Pro Bowler this season, bro.
Yes,
bro. Yeah,
like a real Mike.
Listen,
Yes.
Tremaine is playing like every bit of what we paid him to be right now, bro.
Facts.
And when he listen, it's and I know somebody gonna give me flack for this, but it's the Urlacher and Lance Briggs effect. When Tremaine is playing well, TJ plays well by default.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, Tremaine's been playing well even when there was no Sewell out there.
There's
Like,
no Sewell out there.
I think like however, either they're scheming him or maybe he just realized, hey, I can't keep having seasons like I had my first 2 years in Chicago. Whatever the combination, whatever that Venn diagram is, and where all that shit overlaps at. Right now, Tremaine Edmunds is playing like the linebacker we paid him to be.
Yeah, and other players are benefiting from it, and that's important for the defense because it's contagious.
He being more decisive, Kev. Tremaine Edmunds being more decisive.
Yeah.
He ain't overthinking himself. He just
I don't even think he's being more decisive. I think he's thinking less. He's just a
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I mean. He's not overthinking shit. He just even if he picks the wrong Russian gap, he still just goes for it, bro.
They got him playing. They got him playing at a different position too, I believe.
Oh no, he's still Mike. He's still Mike.
I think they moved
middle linebacker.
Sometimes he play weak side. Too.
I'm about to say they moved him over to the wheel as well a couple of times.
Okay.
So it's just one of those things, especially for running downs. They got him playing on the weak side to help out with the run. So it's been amazing, bro. It's been amazing.
Yeah, for sure. I'm just glad we don't got to rest on our morals, bro. Like we still got a lot of shit to clean up to get better, and we still winning games. This is a blowout. I'm gonna count this as a blowout. It's a, you know what I'm saying? It was kind of dicey.
Is a blowout.
It's a blowout to me. It's more than 2 scores, so that's a blowout. So we go on and we get better game by game, game by game. Just get better.
It's not more than 2 scores.
What do you mean?
It's 12 points.
That's 12 points. That's 2 scores.
You said more than, my guy. But go on.
Fucking Professor Ogleby, bro. I swear to God. I swear to God. Professor Ogleby, bro. You supposed to be professor and you're getting it wrong.
But hey, man, good victory for the Chicago Bears overall. But they still know there's a lot of room left. There's still a lot of things that we got to do.
We got to show love to Jay Moody too. The Bears didn't put points
on.
Because once again, Jay Moody, over the last goddamn 2 weeks, Jay Moody got more points than fucking Caleb Williams. Put some respect on Jay Moody's name. 19 points last week, 14 points this week. Jay Moody is the reason why we're winning these games, my boy.
Whoop-de-doo, C-Dub.
Put some fucking respect on that man's name. How do you account for over half your team's points as a kicker and you can't give them love, C-Dub? Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Good job doing your fucking job. Moody, good job. Kick that motherfucker. Good job.
Just like Caleb need to throw that motherfucker.
Throwing that thing.
Yes, sir.
This is gonna be the bane of my existence.
Oh, you're cooked, bro.
Knock down balls.
Cavs cooked. Like
I got one of them bitches too, Trip. You better be careful.
I have 24 pads though on mine. You can't store as many as I store. I got 24 of them things, bro.
I got 4 pads. This nigga got 24.
Yo, the real. That shit is crazy. But hey, y'all got anything left, man?
Nope.
Bears fucking win. That's it. Bears win.
Let's go for 5, bro. Let's go for 5. Each of these next 4 games are definitely winnable games. One game at a time. We appreciate the chat too. You guys been rocking with us. Hit that like button on your way out.
Y'all always come on, bro. What the fuck? What y'all want me to do?
Hey.
credit.
Would
That's
y'all
a
be
lot of
mad if
merch.
would y'all be mad if I can't? First of all, Bobby still ain't sent my shirt. But secondly, if I walk
Gotta
into
reorder it, gang. I done misplaced it.
now you lost my shit. That's crazy.
No, he didn't lose it.
That's
He
wild.
did not lose
Because
it.
let me find out Bobby in there walking around with my shirt like it's a tall tee because he's so little with fucking goddamn Crocs in my damn shirt on, bro. That's crazy.
You ain't that much bigger than Bobby, nigga.
Let him know, Cam.
You probably like 2 or 3 inches taller than Bobby.
Bro, I'm at least 4 or 5 inches taller than Bobby, bro.
Niggas over exaggerate now.
Bobby, come on, bro. Bobby is all of 5'3", bro. Come on, bro.
No.
Come on.
Damn, you gave him 5'3"?
Not 5'3", bro.
5'10".
Damn.
Yeah, I can't wait till we had this in person because niggas think I'm slow on y'all behalf.
No, my mama, bro.
No, they think you short because
This
of your
nigga-
whack ass camera angle. You got yourself looking
Motherfucker.
like you
Look
short.
good.
You the tallest motherfucker on the panel, but yet you look the shortest on with the camera angle.
That is right,
Taller
though.
than me.
Yeah, that more over 6 feet. Y'all tweaking.
He is not taller than me.
I seen
Somebody asked me, they were like, Steve-O's tall. I said, man, if Steve
Hell
walked in
yeah.
this room right now, he'd probably be the tallest motherfucker in the room.
all the lights going off in this motherfucker. He gonna
I'm
kill.
6'1"
Oh, my mama, bro.
But,
Oh, Dubs
Bears
in the
got
chat,
another noon
man.
game too. I love it.
But hey, man, we get to celebrate a Bears victory. Let's hope them boys go in and lock in and fix up and clean up on some things that's necessary. And we going for win number 5 next week versus the Baltimore Ravens. But hey, that is it from us today, y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We know y'all gonna go ahead and flood that mailbag. The number to do so is 773-242-9336. We appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all always root for them Bears.
God
Hey.
damn it.